Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host for Realtors Café, Raf, owner of Raf Real Estate Group, aka Rafey Aleem. And I welcome you guys today to another episode of Realtors Cafe, where we talk a lot about real estate, give you some tips and tricks of what you can do to navigate in this turbulent real estate market. So, we're just going to go ahead and start our show with our first topic of today, which is the interest rates. As you guys know, the interest rate went down September 17th, which is a good news for all of us in Canada. That will mean that eventually the rates of the banks will also go down, and that means a little bit more affordability for people. Now, obviously, that does not mean the market is going to magically start picking up and all of a sudden the house prices are going to skyrocket. None of that's going to happen. But what is going to happen is it gives a glimpse of hope into this housing market. Obviously, we've had some crazy low numbers all across 2025, which is not so great news. But at the same time, this is a step in the right direction and hoping that things start to get a little bit better after this announcement. So, what's to come? There may be another rate decrease that might come. We have two more to go, till the year ends. So we have a couple more coming. Maybe we'll have another rate decrease. Maybe we'll have one that just says, hey, you know what? We're just going to stay put. We're not going to do anything. So just hold your horses a little bit. But that 0.25% decrease and maybe another 0.25% decrease coming up will mean that the rate comes into the 3% something, so 3.5, 3.75, which the bank will be most probably offering at the end of this year, starting of the next year, which is really, really good news. And I think people should be very excited for that. And more often than not, I know sellers have had a horrible time in this market trying to sell, get a buyer for their property. And, that definitely does not mean the floodgates are open. But what it means is that eventually a little bit more traction will happen. Now, obviously, this winter time is coming, which tends to be, different countries, not a crazy big difference, but in Canada, because of the weather changing, vacations and Christmas coming up and whatnot, it tends to be a little bit slower in the months of November, December, January, and February, till the spring market comes of 2026, and eventually things will start to pick themselves back up again. And keep in mind, end of 2024, if the tariffs had not come, this was going to be a big real estate year. So, somewhere that is still just kind of, it's just in the works. And, we're hoping that this sort of trade tariff situation kind of calms themselves down. But we will obviously talk a little bit more about that. I just want to take a moment to recognize the fact that we have advertising opportunities available for anybody that is looking to up their game. Business, take it so that you can explode and get a lot of clients and customers to your business. We do advertising, obviously, in the middle of our shows. You have opportunity to go ahead and put yourself out there and have people get to know you, understand your business, what you do so well. And it's a great opportunity to get yourself out there. There's not a lot. Obviously, you have your social media and things like that, but that is a total different aspect of marketing. This is another different medium of marketing. And, I always say market everywhere, because you don't know what's going to stick for your business. And if you've never tried advertising on TV, make sure you go ahead and do so. It has its own viewership, and you never know. Your business booms, and you tend to maybe get a good amount of clientele from there. So, going back to our interest rate discussion, obviously the interest rate went down by 0.25%, 25 basis points. Bank of Canada announced that on September 17th, and we are excited Like I said, obviously the floodgates are not open just yet, but keep in mind that is a step in the right direction, and we are hoping that things will eventually get back into place for the housing market in Canada. Now, what's happening recently, we've seen that houses are still selling. Good homes are selling for sure. The ones that are staged really well, that have their nice upgrades on it. Kitchens are always the ones that you want to spend a good amount of money on. Right quartz countertops, nice colored cabinets, great flooring throughout the home obviously attracts buyers. And I kid you not, the really nice homes, they are actually getting a good amount of their value. They are not dropping their price a lot because the value is so high for those homes. People are actually coming out and scooping those homes that have a good amount of value in them. So, a tip to the sellers: and when you're putting your house on the market, you have to be very diligent. I know I've been saying it, since the beginning of this show that, especially in this market, you have to play your cards properly and have a good appearance of your home when you're doing any kind of showings in this market. That it presents really well, that it is clean, that it smells really nice. Please vacate the house. Give the privacy to the buyers to come in, and it's the best of the best homes that are priced the best, that look the best, that are upgraded the best, are the ones that are selling. And same concept: survival of the fittest. And if your house is the fittest, then for sure you have a good chance of making some traction for your house. So what's happened in the market? Obviously, buyers are still there. There's probably not a lot of amount of buyers, but there's a good amount of buyers that are still in the market that are looking. And for the buyers, you never know, man. Like, this might be the time to get in. The winter has pretty much, just around the corner. In the fall now, but winter's around the corner: October, November, December. And interest rates are getting cut. And you never know, like, money is being poured into the housing market, which means that there could be a possibility that the house prices will start to go not crazily back up, but maybe even the opportunity, as soon as sellers know, hey, the market's gotten a little bit better, maybe it's spring of 2026, that could open up the fact that sellers are going to say, hey, you know what? The discounts that we were going to give to you last year, like, let's say it's 2026 spring market, and last year, like this time around, the sellers are giving big discounts. Maybe they're not going to do that next spring market. So just be very careful of that. If you think this is the rock bottom, it may be a good idea to sort of get in. And if you've been eyeing a property that you love and it's just not been moving, and all of a sudden, boom, you don't do anything and it's gone, don't be surprised about it, because real estate market in Canada moves very, very quickly. And I know the foreign buyers are discouraged right now. They obviously can't go ahead and buy under, until unless there's certain different circumstances. But for the most part, obviously, they are not allowed. But if that changes, it can change anytime, as you've seen in the past. We've had a policy come in, and then all of a sudden, policy just taken out. So if that does happen, be ready for that, because that could open up some opportunity for you as a buyer to get in when the market is fairly still at the low price points, and you can get in. So this is what we have on this side of the break. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is Rafey Aleem with Realtors Café.
6230-9366.
Muslim Welfare Canada has made a concerted effort to lead the fight against child labor, poverty, and illiteracy in third world countries through the generous support of our donors. Both girls and boys receive free, good quality education. Help educate a needy child for just $1 a day or $30 per month. Donate generously. Call 1-866-754-3111 or visit mwcanada.org.
Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Viewers, you are watching Voice of Toronto Television live broadcast with me, Anju Malik.
Prime Time with Anjem Malik every Friday 9 p.m. only on Voice of Toronto TV.
Still throwing away money on rent? What if you could own your home instead? On Saturday, September 20th, I'm holding a free first-time homebuyers event right here at my office. You don't want to miss this. There's going to be refreshments, a fun photo shoot opportunity, and most importantly, the answers to all your home buying questions. A mortgage agent will be joining us to guide you through how to get qualified, different financing options, and how to start your home buying journey with confidence. So if you're ready to take that first step, stop renting, start owning. Your first home is just a seminar away, and I will see you there.
Hiring. If you are an excellent communicator and have great enthusiasm for marketing, then we are looking for you. Apply now. Voice of Toronto TV at gmail.com or call 905-965-4786. Sahat Hour Hum with Dr. Mehboob Siddiqui every Wednesday 9 p.m. only on Voice of Toronto TV.
Welcome to a brand new show, viewers. You are watching Voice of Toronto Television with me, Anju Malik.
The Car Show with Anjem Malik every Thursday 8 p.m. only on Voice of Toronto TV.
Discover Toronto, your city, your voice every Monday 8 p.m. only on Voice of Toronto TV.
Welcome to High Design Homes. From Winnipeg to Toronto, we're proud to introduce our world-class interior design solutions to our brand new Mississauga location. Our marble decor sheets transform walls and bathrooms with elegance in every detail. Waterproof, heat-proof, and scratch-resistant, they combine timeless luxury with everyday durability. Explore our WPC louvers and acoustic panels designed to add depth, texture, and sound comfort to any space. Available in a wide variety of modern finishes. Complete your space with luxe home decor, mirrors, accents, and accessories that bring timeless design and a modern touch. We also specialize in nanostone, artificial gardens, wallpapers, 3D partitions, backsplashes, LED profiles, customized mandars, HD stone, and modern fireplaces. From statement walls to sacred spaces, High Design Homes is your destination for style, durability, and luxury that lasts. Visit us at Unit Number 7, 1195 Myerside Drive, Mississauga. High Design Homes, curated luxury, inspired interiors.
All right, welcome back. This is Rafey Aleem with Realtors Café. Hope you guys had a nice break, and we are back with another few minutes of real estate tips and tricks, which we obviously aim to help you with any kind of your real estate, navigation of market or buying or selling or leasing or investing. And so some people have been reaching out to me and asking me like, "Hey, is this a good time to invest?" It depends. It really depends on your goals and what kind of situation you're in and what your exit strategy is. Also, keep in mind, exit strategy is very, very important. There's a lot of people that get into real estate, but they never think about an exit strategy. So I want to keep that in mind. Actually, funny enough, I want to share with you guys one of really good exit strategies that I learned from somebody that shared it with me, and so I want to share it with you. So basically, what they did was when the market was fairly not so high, and back in early 2019, 2020, they went ahead and they bought a few properties. They had some cash lying around, and what they said was they're like, hey, you know what? Instead of me putting this money into RRSPs and putting it towards my pension plan or some mutual fund or whatever the case may be, they're like, instead of doing that, or even in stocks, because they did have some money in the stocks, but it never really performed. So what they did was they said, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to buy these couple of homes. And at the time, these stacked townhouses were not that much, right? So they went ahead. They went ahead and they bought these, stacked townhouses. They were worth about 300, 350, and they're like, you know what? We're just gonna keep these, and they're good properties. It's very easy to rent them out as well, and we'll just see how they go. So they went ahead and they rented it out. They booked them brand new, so which was kind of nice, and so that's why they were able to find tenants very quickly. And they said, okay, we got financing for 30 years, and the financing is fairly decent. The rates are fairly decent. The mortgage is not so high on it. So what they said was they're like, hey, you know what? Let's park this money into these two properties, and when we retire, like after 30 years, is fairly young. These people, and they said, hey, you know what? We'll retire with when we're 60 years old with these two houses, which will be paid off eventually. I know it's a dream. It's a dream to have a paid house in Canada. That's when you're a real king. Believe it or not, you're not a real king when you're out there, your name's everywhere, but then every month you're paying mortgage. So you got a fully paid house. Consider yourself very lucky. And so, anyways, what they told themselves, they're like, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have these two houses, and they put them on rent, and they got amortization for 30 years. So then, by the time they're 60 years old, they'll go ahead and they will have two fully paid houses. And as it stands, those two properties are worth somewhere around 600, 650, or somewhere around there. So they've already made good appreciation. So, 300, 350, which how much, they ended up buying the houses for it. So collectively about 650. And now they're sitting at probably a 1.2, 1.3 million. Obviously, is not fully paid right now. But eventually, when it gets paid off, like that will be pretty solid money for your retirement. So just putting it out there, that's one of the exit strategies. Obviously, easier said than done, because obviously at roughly around 30, 35 years of age, somebody to even have 10% or 20% to put in 300 or 350K home is a bit challenging. But with that being said, if you are in that position, that could be one of your exit strategies. And that's the reason why I always say, like, if you're looking to invest into something, make sure you have the down payment, make sure you study everything, but at the same time, figure out your exit strategy, because it is very important as well. And just to keep you guys updated, current market status, obviously transactions are happening. They're here and there. It's nothing crazy going on, but at the same time, things are still moving. GTA has been doing fairly well. Kitchener-Waterloo has been doing fairly well as well. The East End is okay of, Oshawa, Pickering, Ajax. Niagara Falls a little bit on the slower side, but a little bit of traction happening over there too. Bigger properties are obviously a little bit harder in Niagara Falls. Hamilton's just going fairly well as well. So, it's a bit slow, but at the same time, I feel like that should be the new sort of norm for the next few months to go. But there's no debt stop going on. It's not like prices have just slashed down or anything like that. For the people that just kept on waiting for the bubble to burst, well, look at it. I don't know. I mean, it's still here. Prices are still holding on. Obviously, your single car garage in Milton, for example, from 1.2 went to 1.1 or something like that, but it is still there. So that's obviously there. I also wanted to, before I, ended the show, I want to tell you guys, any Cavalli fans out there, we have a great show coming up. It's not mine, obviously. I am not into organizing any shows like that, but we have our friend Kaz Khan, which is a amazing organizer, and he has done a lot of shows. He did have a very a successful Imran Mehdi show that just happened recently, which was a ghazal show, and now he's doing a Qawwali show. And Sabri brothers, not the Sabri brothers that you know of, but there are another set of Sabri brothers that are coming to give you a tribute of the old Sabri brothers content. So it's going to be power packed with a lot of great Qawwalis, and it is happening on 27th September on a Saturday, and it is happening in Mississauga. And if you're looking to attend, just give a call to us, and we'll be more than happy to connect you with the right people. The tickets are very, very good. I think they're like $49, which is literally nothing for you get a dinner and everything like that as well. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. And it starts at 7 o'clock, and it goes on till from his shows I've kind of seen, they go on pretty late till 1, 2, 3 o'clock or whatnot. So obviously stay till however long you want, but with the content that's so good, you're going to want to obviously come by and spend some time. So definitely come check it out. And there's a lot of other fun events happening as well. If you're looking to get into the community and contribute in whatever way possible, whether you're looking to get into charitable work, whether you're looking to get into media work, whether you're looking to get advertising done for your businesses through our channel, we'd be more than happy to help you and guide you in the right direction. And obviously, if you're looking for any kind of real estate help, obviously I'm always here to help out with any sort of navigations that you may need. If you're looking to sell or to buy and just need some sort of tips on how to get started, any first-time home buyers that are looking to, they just want to get into the market, just give us a call. We'd be more than happy to help you out. Obviously, this is Rafey Aleem. My phone number is 647-835-7768, and I believe you can see it on the screen as well. So give me a quick shout, and I'd be more than happy to chat with you. And on the last note, obviously, if you've got any real estate stories that you want to share with us, that could help the viewers also understand a little bit more about real estate, we'd be more than happy to chat with you. With that being said, this is Rafey Aleem signing off. Take care and see you guys next week. This is Realtors Cafe. Rafey Aleem, take care.